Hey everyone, it's Amanda and MonicaRloomy, and we are here today with our next tutorial called Serendipity. This tutorial went through a few changes after we posted a picture of our first rendition on Instagram, this one. Our friends, the Loom Guy and Rainbowloom SG, told us that this looked very similar to a few different bracelets that are out there, so we decided to revise it and do it a little differently. So these will probably go to Bug, and she will get to wear those. And here is the new revised Serendipity. We're going to use different colors today, but we will tell you how the colors look, or where the colors go on the bracelet. And it is also reversible. And to use 2 loom links long will fit an average size wrist. So, in this one we used regular opaque pink, lime green, the brown from the camouflage mix, and jelly gold. But today, for the pink and the green, we are going to be using the yellow from the pastel pack and the green from the pastel pack. Oh, I'm sorry. No, we will be using the yellow and the pink from the pastel pack for the middle, the pink and the green. And then the green from the pastel pack will be the brown over here. Then for the border where it is silver, we are going to be using the frost from the white frost from the limited edition collection. And as you can see, it's more pronounced on this side where you can see it a little more. So let's get ready. You will need 10 pin bars for this bracelet, and here's how you need to set them up. You need to set them up in a staggered V position, and I'm going to do them on 2 loom links, which will fit an average size wrist. So go get your bands and get your looms set up, and you'll also need a hook and a C-clip, and come right back. Alright, so the first step in our Serendipity bracelet is we are going to do the outside border, and we are going to do that on this bracelet. It is the gold, and we are going to do that with our limited edition white frost. So what you're going to do is you're going to start from your second and third. I always start from the left. You can start from the right, but whichever side you start with, you need to continue throughout the whole bracelet doing it that way. And then you can go on the other side, making it a V. Now you're just going up each side, making a single chain on both sides, all the way up to the end. So I'm going to continue doing this, and I will show you how to close it off at the end. Alright, so far I have done all the way up here to the end, a single chain on both sides, and I have the V here at the end. So I'm going to show you here up at the top. What you're going to do is you're going to go up one more time, and then you're going to go in on both sides, and then it goes down in the middle to a V, to a smaller V. So I always start with the left, you go in. Alright, so that's all of the border. Now we are also going to use the frost white for another 2 single chains on the second and the fourth pin bars. As you can see on the back here, it's for a supportive row in the back to hold on to bands. You can see on the back when you are wearing it the opposite way, you will have 2 rows of the frost white. So let's go ahead and I'll turn over this way since we're doing it that way. And we will be doing 2 rows on the, we'll do 1 on the second. And these are all single rubber bands of the white frost on the second and on the fourth row. And you're just going to go all the way up to the end. So I'm going to complete this and I will be right back. Alright, so I went all the way down on the second and the fourth bar pin with the single chains. So you have 2 sets of single chains. Now we are going to start with these middle colors, the pink and the green on this one. We'll be using pastel yellow and pastel pink on this one. You can use whatever colors you want on yours. You can use however many colors you would like on yours. We chose to stick with 2 because we liked the look of the 2 together. You can choose to do a whole rainbow of colors, 1 set of colors, whatever you would like. So what you're going to do is you're going to start on this 3rd bar pin. You're going to take 1 band and go straight up. Now this is what I said earlier, is if you start doing things starting on the left, you need to continue doing them on the left. But if you start on the right, you can start doing them on the right. I started on the left, so I'm going to start putting mine on the left. So you're going to make an arrow with your pink or whatever color you choose. And now I'm switching the colors to the yellow. And you're going to do this all the way down the loom. And however many colors you choose, or how little colors you choose. I'm going to do this a few more times, then I'm going to go off camera. Amanda and I love the pastel pack, and we just thought that this was such a cute little color scheme. Alright, I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to continue this all the way down to the end of the loom, and I will come right back and show you how it ends. Alright, so I have gone all the way down to the end, and I'm going to have 1 more set to go. It's the pink. And I'm literally going all the way to where we will place the cat band later on. So here is the full 2 looms length with the arrows of every other color. Now what we are going to do is we are going to place on this one is the brown from the camo pack. We are going to be using the darker green or the mint from the pastel pack. And what you're going to be doing is on both sides, we are going to be making triangles. You go over from the second to the first, then you go from the first to the second and the second pin, and then you go, you might have to push your bands down too, from the first pin on the second to the second pin. You're going to do the same thing on this side. And you're going to continue this all the way up the loom. And they need to be done in this order. If they're not done in this order, then they will not loom correctly. I'm going to do a couple more of these and then I'll go off camera. And I will show you how you end it at the very end, because that's a biggie for us, knowing how to do it at the very end. So I'm going to continue going throughout the rest of the loom, and I will be right back. So I have gone all the way down the loom with the mint green band triangles, and I have 1 more set to do, but I wanted to show you that you do go all the way down the loom with them to the very end. Alright, and that's the end of placing bands. We are going to place our cat band now, and for this one we used our perimeter color of gold. For this one we are going to use our perimeter color of white frost for limited edition, and we're going to put it on the center bar pin, the 3rd bar pin, and we're going to wrap it around 3 times. 1, 2, 3. All right, our next step is we are going to turn it around and start looming. All right, so I have turned the loom around. So now we have our pins facing the opposite way. So now I'm going to go inside of the cap band, and I'm not going to pull the pink bands that are on there on top. I'm going to pull the perimeter bands. I'm going to go in behind the pink bands, and I'm going to grab those perimeter bands, the white frosts. I'm going to pull the one on the top, which should be the one going to the left. I'm going to take it back to where it started. Do the same with the other side. And then I'm going to go inside of here. I'm going to go and get that one and take it over there. Now on this one there are 2 whites. I don't know if you can see, but there is the white that goes straight up, and then there is the white that goes sideways. So we're going to do the one that goes sideways first and pull it sideways. Now what we're going to do, let me move this aside, we are going to do the 4 different perimeter white, frost white lines. We're going to start doing those, and I always start with the left. So this one you're going to go in, and it's the one on the bottom. You're just going to go all the way up the loom. I'm going to go do a couple, and you want to make sure you go in behind those green mints or whatever color you choose to go with. I'm going to stop there, and I'm going to start doing the white, or the middle, the second pin bar. Now, let me see. You're going to go in behind the greens, but you need to see that the one on the very bottom is not the one you want. You want the one right above the one on the very bottom. The one on the very bottom is the one you already loomed. So go in behind the greens and the top white one and grab that next white one. And that's the one that will go forward. And then you're going to go in behind all the greens and the pink and yellow and go up. These are going to help keep everything together, but will only be seen on the one side. And you're going to do the same thing that you did to the second pin bar to this one. You're not going to do that one on the very bottom. You're going to do this one right next to it. So go in behind those 2 mints and grab that one that's second to the bottom, and then go in behind all of the bands and go all the way up and down the loom, because we still have to loom all of those bands. Now the 2 end ones are the easiest because they're on the bottom. The ones in the middle are the second to the bottom band. Alright, so now all you're going to be doing is going all the way down the loom, and you're just going to be doing your single chains on top of your unlooped bands. So I'm going to continue doing this all the way down the loom, and I will show you how to stop at the very end. So I have gone all the way up here doing a single chain over top of the unlooped bands, and I'm going to show you how you end it up here before you start looping the other ones. So I'm going to start over here on the left and go to the second one, to the 4th, and to the 5th. Now before you stop, you're going to go from this first one and pull the to the second one, and go from the 5th one and pull it to the 4th one. That's all we're doing with the chain as of right now. Now we're going to start with the rest of the looping process with the mint, the pink, and the yellow. So as of now, what you're going to do is this has to all be done in a sequence. You can't do all of the mints once, all of the pinks once, and then all of the yellows once. It all has to be done in the same exact sequence. As I said before, you can either start on the right or you can start on the left, but I would recommend that you start and do it all in one side, the entire loom process, because it's so much easier to remember and not skip a step. So what we're going to start with first is there are 2 green bands right here. There's a green band that goes from this pin to this pin, and a green band that goes from this pin to this pin. We are going to grab the green band that goes from this pin to this pin, which should be the one on top. So you make sure you go in behind those white frosts, and you grab that, and you're going to twist it kind of, and put it on that first pin. I'll show you again. I grabbed it, and here it is on my hook, and I twisted the hook and put it on there, so it makes a little crisscross pattern. This is the only time you're really going to do that. Now, let me show you. Going behind the white, you're going to grab that top mint. Make sure it is the one that's going vertical. And you're going to twist. Make sure it kind of crosses. Now the second step is we're not going to go and do the second band here yet. We do the cross first. We don't take it back to where it's vertical. We're taking it to the middle pin. And then this one right here is the hardest one to get to because you have the cat band and you have it already loomed out, but this is the only one that will be like this. So you're going to go in behind those 2 mint green bands that you just loomed, behind the cat band, and you're going to get the one on top, which for me, since I did the left first from the opposite direction, it's still going to be the left from this direction because you ended on the right, if that makes any sense. So let's see, did I get the right band? Grab it. I think I got the right band on that one. Let's take this back. It's okay if you don't get the right band on the first time. This is really tight right here. I'm just going to pull it back. Let's see. Pull that. And then this one is the middle. Oh, my band broke. So, if your band breaks, that's okay. Let's show everyone how to get it out. You just pull it out. Keep pulling. Like I said, this is the one part that is the tightest. I'm going to take them all off of this one to see which one it was. It was the middle one. So let me get them all off, and I'm just going to put these mint ones back on their origin, where they started from, and I'm going to leave that down there so that I can get another pink one and just show you how to get them all back on so that you know. So if it was the way that I put it on there before, you would want the pink one in the middle on first, the pink one on the left, and then the pink one on the right. You do need to use high quality bands for this. So now I'm twisting this mint one again at the very beginning and twisting it on this side. And now I'm going to grab the pinks again. That one. The middle one. This may help if you don't triple cap the cap band, but I always like to triple cap it for security I just like it that way. You don't have to. It may help you in trying to find which goes where. It kind of looks like they're all wonky right now, but they are in the correct positions. So now that you have that middle pink all looped out, you're going to go right back here. You're going to step back and you're going to grab that. You're going to go behind the white and you're going to grab that first green and you're going to take it back to where it started. And then you're going to go in behind the white and the green, and there's another green in behind there. You're going to grab it and you're going to go back to where it started. So that's the triangle. The first one was vertical like this, and you took it to where it does this. And the second one was like this. Third one's like this. So let's do it on this side. I go behind the white. There's a big gap here. That's why I'm just kind of going to the side. And then you're going to go in behind those to grab that next one. Okay, so for the next one, you're going to pull those bands back and you're going to make sure that you have the top band. See how that one kind of came in to go into the middle? It's always going to be the top band that was in the middle. That's why I said it always, you have to make sure when you did the triangles that you did them in the correct order. Now this yellow is going to be so much easier to do than that pink one. We're just going to pull those green ones back because that's the only thing holding us back. Get the first yellow on the left. Get the yellow on the right. Yellow in the middle. Alright, so now I'm going to pull these back. You always step back and you grab that green and then green. Step back to the green, green. Alright, so wherever you ended is where you're going to start with the new green or whatever color you choose. Pull it back, go to the middle. This is the one that's not going back to where it started at. It started at here, from here to here, and we're taking it over to the middle. You go in the middle, pink, pink. It all depends on how you place these pink and yellow bands as to which one comes first. It's all the ones that are on the top, from the top, go top to bottom. Then I step back and I go and get the green. Kind of do your triangle. Make sure you're going behind the previous either yellow or pinks and green to grab the free mint green to pull to the next peg. Alright, so I stopped here, so I'm going to start over here to the left hand side. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Then I step back, start doing the other part of my triangle. This is the hardest task, trying to find the right, see I found the wrong one, trying to get the right band of green, because they are kind of tight along here. It may help if you do these in different colors. We just chose to do them all in one. So I stopped here. I'm going to go over to this side. Let me zoom in and see if that helps at all. Alright, let's see. So we stopped here. So let's go. We stopped here. So let's go up here. in here. I'm going to grab the pink. And pink. Pink. You gotta step back. You always need to remember to step back or you're gonna miss one of them. One of the triangles. All right, I'm gonna do this one more time. I'm gonna go off camera. One. Yellow. Then here's where you just did the yellow. You're gonna step back to do the triangle. Alrighty, so I'm going to continue on out and I'll be right back. Alright, so I have gone all the way down here to the end. I still have one more section to do, but I wanted to show you how everything looks so far. Now, I have one more section to do. Here is where I left off on the triangles. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to grab that vertical mint, pull it to the center on both sides. And then I'm going to go in and grab those last pinks and pull them back to their origin. And I'm going to go in, step back. I'm going to go in behind those other bands and grab the mint triangles and take them back to their origins. Now after you do these triangles, the only thing left to do are these two white frost bands right here to pull them out. So you go behind everything and pull one out. And then you go and you get the other one and you pull it out. Now what you're going to do is, for me, like I said, I really like to make sure that my bracelets are secure. So I'm going to use 2 of the white mint limited edition. I'm going to go in that middle third pin bar and go in behind all of them, stick my hook in, grab the 2 bands, pull them through, stick the other end on the hook, and I'm using one of the larger C-clips. I'm going to take it and put it through both of those bands. Alright, once that is secure, we are finished. Oh wait, one of them came off. Okay, so now since this is kind of a tight bracelet, it's not one of the tightest ones that we have done, but even though I wouldn't want to put all of this work into something and then have a band snap on me, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to release the tension off of the sides, just using my hook. Okay, and then I'm going to go over here and release the tension off of this side. So we will only have bands on 3 rows instead of 5. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to release these first few rows so I can get a handle onto where I can grasp onto the bracelet, where I can pull it off. And I don't know about you, but these are the times where I like to start saying a prayer that I have looped everything correctly, and so that it doesn't fall apart halfway. So just saying. All right, so now that I have a part where I'm able to grasp it with my hand, I'm going to hold the actual loom and then I'm going to pull it up. And you want to be careful when the two looms meet that they won't flick you in the face, because you know that has happened to me. Just saying. Okay. So on this bracelet, you can tell it's kind of curved right now. So what you need to do is you need to kind of pull it. And that will make it so that it doesn't have as much curving, and that it will show every little bit. And we just love the colors on this. This one is the one where we used the Rainbowloom pastels in the middle, and we used the Rainbowloom limited edition white frost in the middle. And our other one was this one. And see, this one's still wanting to curve in some. We used Rainbowloom opaque pink, Rainbowloom neon green, Rainbowloom gold jelly, and Rainbowloom brown from the camo pack. So that is our two versions. And this one seems a little bit wider, and I think this one's a little wider because it's using the limited edition bands. So you can see on the back that one's a little lighter. Now, Amanda and I, we only use official Rainbowloom bands because they are the safest and they last the longest. They do not have any of the harmful products that some of the other bands have in them that has had some studies done on them. So that, when you're watching our videos, you will know that we are only using official Rainbowloom bands in our videos. So this is our Serendipity bracelet. We hope that you like it. If you choose to make our bracelet, if you would please tag us on Instagram, amandaandmonicarloomy on Instagram, and hashtag us, amandaandmonicarloomy. We would love to see your renditions of this. We would also love to see, to have you subscribe to us on our YouTube channel, because we always come out with new and different bracelets. Usually every week, if not every other week. And if you liked our video, would you give us a big thumbs up down below? And if you would like to join us on Facebook, we're also on Facebook now. And we just love to see everyone's renditions of our Serendipity bracelet. Thank you. Bye.